year is 1983. Testament and Megadeth are coming together for the first time, and Metallica have released their first album. One band is about to stand above them all.
What?
The days of proto-metal and power metal were coming to a close. Kids wanted something new, something more aggressive. They wanted the speed and the anger of punk rock infused with the powerful melodicism of British heavy metal. They wanted Venite. Venite Ignoramus released their first album, Venite, in 1984. They were innovative, there's no doubt about that. The problem was, they were too innovative. Thrash hadn't really caught on except in certain clubs in San Francisco. They quickly realized that if they wanted to make the radio, they'd have to adopt a new strategy.
Well, I'd say they essentially threw away, maybe not threw away, but they started over again with their sound. And they really began to think they should sound like a standard metal band of that day, more like a hair metal band. But they knew they weren't just that, they were more than that.
It's the same old situation. It's the same old ball and chain.
In 1986, Venite followed up with New Dawn, a simultaneous attempt to enter the mainstream while forming a sound that was rougher and more hard-hitting than the hair metal bands of the day. However, due to the exploding success of LA band Guns N' Roses, New Dawn saw almost no commercial success. Soon after, Venite Ignoramus officially disbanded. That is, until 1989. Inspired by the ever-growing popularity of bands like Metallica and Megadeth, whose sound Venite Ignoramus had helped create, the members of Venite decided to reunite and give their old sound a try. After all, it's what the kids were listening to nowadays. Hellfire, released in 1989, sought to recapture Venite's former audience, while at the same time establishing their name as a music industry giant.
Again, you almost see them stuck in the mode of riding the coattails of the other musical movements of the time. However, they're not really innovating anything. But the funny thing is, it actually works out pretty well for them in the end. In 1991, Metallica released the Black Album, a commercial success which lost them favor with some of their die-hard fans.
They're a bunch of guys kind of pissed off at Metallica. The way they sold out like that. They wanted the old sound back. Something they could headbang to. So they turned to Venite.
In the same year as Metallica's Black Album, Venite Ignoramus found their first gold record in Abrahadabra, an album influenced mainly by the lead guitarist's growing fascination with mystery and the occult.
So tell us about your tattoos. Well, this one says Kamos. It's a Finnish word. It means a period of darkness. And this one I think is pretty self-explanatory. It's a goat head with a pentagram, you know, like satanic kind of stuff and all that.
What's on your stomach?
That, I got when I was hanging out in the swamps of New Orleans. There were these dudes kept talking about like these great old ones, they say, live under the sea, and they come out when the stars are right. And that's what they said all the time, when the stars are right, when the stars are right. And I thought it was pretty cool. Put me in this ritual, put it on my stomach, and I don't know, I just thought it looked pretty sweet, you know?
I mean, he was always a really weird kind of guy. I mean, he was an excellent guitarist, but probably one of the weirdest people I ever knew. I mean, back in the 80s, he'd start ripping into these like incredible guitar solos, and then out of nowhere would start playing a theme from Zelda. I mean, he was always into magical stuff and some pretty dark, satanic cult kind of too, you know? I think it ended up showing in our music more than any of us expected.
Venite Ignoramus found great success in the years following Abrahadabra, finding another gold record in 1993's From Midnight Till Morning, and a platinum record in 96's wildly successful double album Eternal Nocturnal. In 1999, Venite Ignoramus kicked off their worldwide Samsara tour. It seemed they were on top of the world.
Just luggage scattered everywhere. The bus is definitely split in half from the very top. They said that there is not another vehicle involved, and right now they do have a roster of everyone that is on board, but they're not releasing any information. Of the bus was split apart, and the guardrail is demolished, with personal belongings scattered all over the highway.
They left this morning out of San Francisco. They spent time in Monterey, Carmel area this morning. They're on their way back to LA actually to catch a flight.
In the summer of 2000, the Venite Ignoramus tour bus crashed on a California highway, killing the manager and drummer. The band swore they'd never go on without them, and Venite Ignoramus was officially over. Since then, album sales have only continued to increase, as kids around the world are discovering their new favorite band.